What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Paranormal Odyssey. Thought I'd jump on here and throw another short at you guys. I know Tiffany did one a couple of days ago, something that we're going to start doing a little more often. Going to offer our new members some members only shorts as well. So if you have not become a member yet, guys, if that's something that you would consider, we would greatly appreciate it. It helps us out like you just don't know. I've said it a few times. Tiffany said it's just $1.99. That's not going to break anybody. $1.99 a month to get some extra perks and really make a difference in helping us put out some more content. So we would greatly appreciate it if you guys could do that. Those of you that have not done so, please hit that subscribe button. If you have had an encounter and would like to come on and share it with us, we'd love to talk to you. You can get me at Wayne at paranormalworldproductions.com. Or if you would rather speak to a female, you can holler at Tiffany at paranormalworldproductions.com. Important thing is just getting a hold of one of us so that we can get you on and share your encounter. I want to ask everybody head over to paranormalworldproductions.com, show some support to the all the shows over there at the studio. Also, Brian and I, host of the Sasquatch Odyssey podcast, Brian, we have been throwing this new podcast at you guys a lot lately, and it seems to be working. We're getting some good reviews, getting some people talking about it, stirring up some conversation about our brand new show, That Bigfoot Podcast. It's something that we are, both Brian and myself, are very proud of. Um, We've almost got all 5 of the episodes done. We've got 4 of them done. We were recording number 5, I think Friday this week. So, yeah, we will be able to launch 5 brand new episodes of That Bigfoot Podcast on August 13th. So, guys, if you haven't done so already, please head over to whatever podcatcher you prefer, Apple, Spotify. Those are the 2 main ones. And just go ahead and click on follow so it can be automatically downloaded when those 5 new episodes drop on the 13th of October. All right, one more thing before we get going. I'll just talk about it briefly. Head over to reaperapparelco.com. Check out their products. I've got a few things myself. Yeah, at your at the time of checkout. I'm sorry, I got a little crossed up there. But when you make your purchase at the time of checkout, enter discount code Paranormal Odyssey, and you will receive an additional 10% off of your purchase. All right, that is enough of all of that. Let's get into today's topic. We're going to be talking about the Rougarou. I just love saying that, the Rougarou. Something that I've been interested in for a very long time, and I had been hoping to find somebody that could talk a little bit more about it. And we had a guest on this past Saturday night. Scott Pace came on and talked a little bit about it. But if anyone out there, if you consider yourself a Rougarou expert or just voodoo or the loop guru, just anything like that, please get a hold of me. I would love to talk to you. I'd love to dedicate a show, maybe even a couple of shows on this topic because I just find it fascinating. But I found a little article here that I'm going to be sharing with you. It comes from pelicanstateofmind.com, and it is all about the Rougarou. So let's get started. The full moon hangs high over the Louisiana swampland. The bright lights of the stars flicker in the murky licks of the waves near the towering, ominous cypress trees. Frogs croak their songs in the distance, and mosquitoes buzz as they fly around looking for their next meal. There's a howl in the near distance. It sounds like a wolf, but something is a little off. Standing on 2 legs on top of a falling moss covered tree is a large snarling beast. It throws its head back, letting out a blood curdling howl to the moon. That's no werewolf, though. That's what we in Louisiana call the Rougarou. When traveling down the interstate or the back roads of Louisiana, you'll see lots of beautiful scenery. Remnants of history freckle the map. Whether it's an old, potentially haunted building, abandoned theme parks, or even museums with some very strange collections. Back in the thick, fog covered swamplands is where you'll find the true beauty of Louisiana and perhaps even a monster or two, including the legendary beast called the Rougarou. The history of the Rougarou is centuries old and has many different origins, but the earliest mention of the infamous mythical Louisiana werewolf comes from medieval France. Back in the day of armored swords and jousting, there was a lot more to fear than just the plague and witches. Beasts called loup-garous, which means werewolf in French, were also infamous throughout the country. Back in the 16th century, they regularly blamed various crimes on loup-garous. Apparently, that was the thing they did back then. Did your house get ransacked during the night? Loup-garou. Did a child disappear from the village without a trace? Definitely a loup-garou. Personally, I'd never hear about something terrible and say, "Yep, that's definitely the work of a werewolf." Case closed. This was one interesting problem that they had to deal with centuries ago. Makes that morning commute not seem so bad, right? The villagers the villagers would capture people they believed to be loup-garou and then hold a public trial. Usually they'd find someone in the woods or someone in the village who was just acting strange. The court would ask the public if they believed the accused to be a loup-garou, and usually the public agreed, mainly for fear that they'd be outed as a witch or a loup-garou themselves. These loup-garous became a fear for many people in the country, leading leading to them earning their place in the legends passed down to children. The French Catholics claimed that you would be turned into a loup-garou if you did not follow the rules of Lent for 7 consecutive years. There was also a story that was told to kids that if they don't do what their parents asked, a loup-garou would come and steal them away in the middle of the night. When many of the French migrated to Canada and the southern United States, they took the legend of the loup-garou with them. Since the migration, many of the legends began to change the to match the times and the dialect. Since Cajun dialect is a mix of French and English, for cha- a well known for for challenging words to completely roll off the tongue easier. The name of the beast changed from loup-garou to Rougarou, also spelled Rougarou, Rougarou, or Rougarou. In the swamps within the greater New Orleans area and the Acadia is where the beast has come to live. He might even be neighbors with the Honey Island swamp monster, which is also known as Louisiana's Bigfoot of the swamp. Cajun legend says that the beast hunts down Catholics who don't follow the rules of Lent, which is similar to the telling of the old French stories. Another telling of the story says that the Rougarou is under a 101-day curse unless the affected person can transfer the curse to another human being. Their curse usually comes from a local witch, sometimes a voodoo priestess. It is said that you can protect yourself against a Rougarou by laying 13 small objects in by your doors. Apparently, when a person changes into a Rougarou, they forget how to count past 12. Probably since they only worry about midnight and the moon at this point. The Rougarou will see the 13 objects, try to count them, and be unable to count them all. This will perplex it, and it will keep recounting until the sun comes up, and then it must flee. Now, I'm not making this up. Despite the fact that it was originally a legend, there are still claimed sightings of the Rougarou to this day, although it has died off a bit in the past decade. The beast is also a hit in pop culture here in Louisiana. There's an annual Rougarou Festival in Houma every year, and the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans has a Rougarou exhibit, which includes a statue of the creature in all its swampy glory. The New Orleans Pelicans had originally thought about changing their names from the Hornets to the Rougarous at one point. There you go. If you guys have anything to add at all about the Rougarou, I would love to hear from you. As I said, you can get me at Wayne at paranormalworldproductions.com. All right, guys, also let us know what you think about these shorts. We get a mixed bag. Not really a mixed bag. Everyone seems to like them. It's just it doesn't transfer in the views. Not a lot of people viewing them as much as they do our lives. We would like to change that. So hope that you guys will check it out, and if you like it, share it around. Tell your family and friends that about what we're doing over here. We would certainly appreciate it. And if you have any other ideas and topics that you would like for us to cover in these shorts, also hit us up, either Tiffany or myself, at paranormalworldproductions.com. All right, guys, short and sweet, under 13 minutes, in and out. That's how we like it. All right, guys, I want to remind everybody about Paranormal Odyssey Live. Can be found every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Also, our new Thursday daytime shows, 2 p.m. And we've started an after-hours show, doing a couple of those a month, every other Saturday, usually at 10 o'clock p.m. We've done a couple now, and they seem to be going really well. We were able to go a little bit longer than the hour. I think the first two shows we've gone an hour and a half, and we can go longer given that it's later night and neither Tiffany or myself are tied to anything that late at night. So yeah, looking forward to doing more of those. You guys have any suggestions at all that we can do to improve the show? We would love to hear from you. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you next time, and until then, y'all be good to yourselves.